It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. So same question to you, Frank. At what point are you like, I'm gonna coach this guy up, and at what point are you like, I'm kicking this guy out? What's the process?
Well, I brought in. I have kind of a philosophy for not just employees, but I kind of treat it as when I used to have my business, I kind of thought of it the same way. So when I coach someone, first of all, when I take someone into my world, I'm like, okay, does this guy need a consultant, a coach, or a counselor, or a friend, right? And so there's a huge difference between each of them. One, if he's coachable, great. It's someone that you can keep accountable. He might mess up. You can, like you said, redirect him in the right direction. And who here has not had like a bad year or problems at home? So sometimes,
the things impacting you can change by the day. And when somebody's falling off the wagon a little bit, it could just be super stressful at home and they're getting no sleep and, whatever the case.
So we might have just that odd time of the year where for some reason we're down, and if somebody, says, hey, doesn't look like you're the same guy anymore. Is something wrong? All of a sudden, you snap out of it. You're like, oh man, I didn't even know that people could tell. So sometimes they snap out of it. So I see those people as coachable, as people that you can bring back up, just by being positive, just by being being there to support. Then the consultant, well, for that case, like in the case of a business and employee, it's like maybe he just needs coaching. Maybe he's not happy because he doesn't know how to do his job. I've seen a guy not knowing how to operate. Like it was in construction, never did the laser level, and he was there for 5 years doing as an operator. All of a sudden, one new foreman shows up, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to teach you this." Like the guy says, "No, it's fine," because he was scared he couldn't learn. He learns that all of a sudden this guy is so empowered. He's like, man, it's almost like he thought he was too dumb to do that. So he was kind of
just avoiding it to not make a mistake.
He was a difficult employee. They're like, he doesn't want to do anything because he didn't know how. Mm-hmm. And he had been there. So that's like, and there's that case. And then some people just need help. Some people are just not happy people. They're not coachable, have a bad attitude. You can't fix that in couple months. They do a lot of damage. Those are the cancers for companies, and they can make good employees quit. Mm-hmm. And then sometimes someone just needs a friend. So he may be in the wrong industry and he may not be in the right place. But then you have a friend comes over and says, hey, is this what you want to do with your life? How about we support you until you find something else? Or, hey, how about we give you a couple more months before you find something else? So you can still part in good terms, but they still won't be happy with your company. So I kind of put them in 4 different categories. And that
give us the 4 categories again. Coaching, consulting.
The counselor would be when they need counseling. So they're just like, they need to move through some issues personally, psychologically, mentally, emotionally.
Do you, so I've had a couple of those, and I don't know if this is like selfishly or just stupidly have tried to help counsel them.
Yep.
And I fail every time.
Yeah.
And I try to be a good listener. I try to be supportive. I try to give good ideas, whatever the case is. Yeah. With my wife, I usually just start with ideas, and that's the worst thing to do. I find out is let me tell you what I would do. With you got a problem? I have 3 potential solutions for you. You didn't want to just hear what I have to say, son of a gun. But I feel like every time I've tried to be the counselor, I've confirmed that I'm a really shitty counselor. Yeah. So if counseling is the way to go and they're working through some personal stuff or whatever the case is, do you try to do that? Do you keep them on the team? Do you say, hey, you know what, this is personal stuff. This probably isn't even the right job for you when you're going through this stuff. You need to focus on you. How do you handle something like that?
I'll give you an example, because actually my background wasn't landscaping, wasn't hardscaping. It was psychology. So I studied that for all these years at university and did group counseling group therapy for many years. And that's how I built my business with that on the side. And so I've realized that some people are, when they go through, let's say, a divorce or major events, either they're depressed or they have psychological issues or they need to be on meds. You can't fix that. Mm-hmm. You need to really get them the assistance they need. So all you can do is support. Say, hey, who can we call? Can I get you an appointment? Can I get you to talk to someone? You look down, it's so different. If it's a bad attitude, it's like, hey man, you gotta snap out of it. There's a lot of good in you and you can support, but you can't fix.
Yep.
So that's all you can really do, because when it's at the counseling point, it's not something that you can fix on the business level. They just need to go see someone who really kind of gives them feedback. But more than that, it's almost like they need a soundboard. They need to be able to look at themselves in the mirror.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if it's selfish or stupid, but I've tried to be that person for employees of ours before, and it's like I can't. Like it kind of sucks the life out of you if you're not a professional at it. Like I think even if you're a professional at it, like helping people solve their massive personal problems is really challenging. But as a business owner, like literally our first thing that we always do is solve everybody else's problems. I mean, that's kind of like the job description for CEO is, work on everybody else's stuff. One of the things that we've implemented in our business, and then Weston, I want to get your take on this too. We just started doing a telehealth program, and it's $16 per employee of ours. We pay for it, $16 a month. And it has, back, neck type of consulting. It has dermatology. It's got like anything medically they can, do over the phone and over video, they will do it. But it also has a mental health program. And like the rest of it, I could damn near care less about. But the mental health thing, we've had so many employees over the last few years. I mean, it seems, like it's no surprise, right? Everybody's kind of having different challenges in different spaces with that. But we've lost so many good employees who just like had mental health breakdowns and they went from being a good employee to not useful to themselves, not safe for the rest of the team. And so we've had to exit them from the business no matter how much we want to support them. We just like the fact that we like them as a person and want them to succeed doesn't mean they have a spot on our bus to grow the business. But so we were able to get that telehealth thing going. I don't have enough data on it yet to see, but I think even just having the option and people knowing that there's a resource seems like that's a game changer in and of itself.
Absolutely.
We don't have, like I said, I don't have enough data on how many people have used it so far, but everybody in the company, gets it right when we hire them. So for $16 a month, that's just such an easy investment to make.